Hi everybody, I'm Kelly Wright and this is America's Hope News, and I'm actually in the green room of the Huckabee Show, and this gentleman sitting next to me is an American hero. I'm going to have him introduce himself to you so you know who he is as we begin to commemorate and celebrate Veterans Day, and thank you all for your service. Woody?
Yes, I am Hershel Woody Williams, and I'm from the great state of West Virginia, where mountaineers are always free.
Now, first of all, that's very true. Mountaineers are always free. You remind me of the song, West Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
Mountain Mama, take me home.
You bet.
Country roads. John Denver, of course, wrote that. But there's something else that you did to enable us to have our freedoms here in America intact. You fought in World War II.
Yes, I was a Marine in World War II in the South Pacific, and I had two campaigns. We called them campaigns rather than battles. In Europe, they called them battles. We called them campaigns in the Marine Corps. So we took Guam back that the Japanese had taken from us in 1942, and we did that in 44. And then went to Iwo Jima in 1945 and took Iwo Jima over, and it was the first actual territory that belonged to what was our enemy at that time. It was Japanese territory.
Yeah, now Iwo Jima, of course, for those of you who may have studied your history, was probably one of the most fierce battles on land. Tell me about that experience. How old were you when you hit the shore of Iwo Jima, and how many Marines did it actually take to win that?
Right. There were 3 Marine divisions, I'll start with that, and each Marine division had 20,000 Marines in it. The first 2 divisions, the 4th Marines and the 5th Marines, they were the assault troops. We, as the 3rd Marine Division, we were considered a reserve force in the event they would be needed. We were told going there aboard ship that we probably would never even get off ship, that the campaign would probably last 3 to 5 days, because it was only 5 miles long and 2.5 miles wide. So it's a very small place compared to Guam that we had taken just the year before. So we didn't have any intelligence about it. We didn't know they had 22,000 Japanese soldiers on the island. We didn't know that they had miles of tunnels that they had tunneled out in the island. None of that information was available. So when the Marines hit, of course, they had all the advantage. We didn't have any.
You didn't have any.
Right. And consequently, for the first few days, we lost a tremendous number of Marines. And when I hit the shore, the second day of the campaign, they couldn't get us in on the first day because they didn't have enough ground taken at that point. The second day we went in, I had 6 Marines that were part of my flamethrower demolition special unit. Our job was to blow up things, seal caves, and with the flamethrower, put flame in the caves or in a pillbox to eliminate the enemy.
Right.
Because you couldn't get to them any other way, but the flame going in could do that. So I just saw day before yesterday, my grandson sent me a photo that said that the average lifetime of a flamethrower was 4 minutes. Not days, 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Because the minute you get up, you got a 70-pound weight on your back, got 4.5 gallons of flammable fuel, and the minute you get up, you make a big target.
Right.
So we did. We lost a tremendous number of them. And why I survived? I have no answer except he wasn't ready for me. And I've said the devil didn't know what to do with me.
So God was on your side and the devil was running from your side. Yeah. But Woody, there's a medallion around your neck. There's a medal, and ladies and gentlemen, this medal is an endearing medal for heroism. It's the Congressional Medal of Honor.
That is true.
And when was that given to you, awarded to you?
It was awarded to me on October 5, 1945 by Harry S. Truman, our president. On Iwo Jima, there were 27 individuals who earned and received the Medal of Honor. 13 of us got home. The others sacrificed their life earning the medal. And of course, that medal was posthumously presented to their next of kin. I was one of those 13 who got home, and now I am the last of the 13. All the rest of them are gone, so I'm still here.
You're still here.
Thankfully.
Thankfully, you're still here. I'm
Thankfully.
thankful that you're still here too. How old are you now, Woody, if you don't mind my asking?
95.
90,
Yeah.
95.
Yeah.
You have a slogan for being 95. What is it?
Yeah. It's good to be alive at 95.
At 95.
Yes, sir.
Well, before we close this, you are helping a lot of Gold Star families.
Yes.
Explain to me what your foundation has been doing to help Gold Star families. And for those of you who don't know, Gold Star families are families who have lost loved ones who have been on the battlefield defending our rights and our freedoms. And here in America, and we must point out that freedom is not free.
That's right.
Sometimes it's costly.
Very costly, and the number of people who have sacrificed their life so we could continue to have our free America is amazing. When you look up the numbers, it's astronomical.
Considering only 1% of Americans actually serve in the
That's
military.
right. Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the Gold Star family members, the relatives of the Gold Star family, or I mean relatives of the individual who sacrificed their life, those families have never been recognized in our United States. Even in the District of Columbia, with all the, well, they tell me that 1,100 memorials or monuments in Washington,
Yeah.
but there's not one that pays tribute and honor to the families who gave more than anybody else. They gave up one of their own
Yes.
so we could be free, and we've never done anything to honor that. We did the first one in 2013, and we did it primarily selfishly, and I hate to say this, but this fact, we did it primarily for the 11,000 or so individuals of West Virginia who have sacrificed their life in the armed forces. But the internet, they picked it up off of the internet. Other communities around the country decided, well, we have those folk living in our community. Why don't we do that to honor that?
Right.
So now we got 44 already completed somewhere in the United States.
That's fantastic.
And in 39 states. We're gaining every day. They're coming in. In fact, I'm going to the President Reagan library in Simi Valley.
Yeah.
And on Monday, we will dedicate the next one.
Which is Veterans Day. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's right.
Wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful.
So there people in the communities realize, of course, that we have folk living here, and we don't even know who they are.
Right.
And this memorial that we're doing, and you can see it on the internet, of course, it brings them together for the first time as members of the Gold Star family. It's never been done before.
That's wonderful, Woody.
It is wonderful.
That's wonderful.
And the communities are doing it. I'm not doing it. We're just a cog in the wheel.
Okay.
But the communities are doing it, and that's the important thing. People are doing it.
You know, I know you're 95, but you've watched America grow up. How do we continue to pass on to our future generations the hope of America? How do you let millennials know? How do you let people know in the wake of any election or any war that America is still a beacon of hope to the world? And we have to continue to let people know that hope prevails.
Well, you're doing part of it, and that's important. What you're doing is very important because you are getting the word out. My feeling is, and it's personal of course, that unless we start young in our schools, we only know what we're taught. Whatever I know, somebody else knew before I did.
That's right.
I couldn't know that. So we've got to start young in our schools and change our whole school system so that we can absolutely educate our youth of the privileges that they have were bought at a price. And that somewhere along the way, they owe something, if it's no more than patriotism or love of country or respect the flag. If it's no more than that, we must teach that to our youth.
Wow. Woody, thank you. Thank you not only for your service, but thank you for being an American who understands that hope prevails. God bless you. And God bless the USA, and God bless the
Amen.
world, because we're all, amen, that's right, we're all striving to be 95 and grateful to be alive.
Yeah, be alive and then fight.
God bless you, Woody.
Thank you, sir.
Keep keeping on.
You betcha.
All right.
Thank
I'm
you.
Kelly Wright. This is America's Hope.